Okay, so Maygi just released a video and also a tweet going along with that video saying, Kuro Games ended my career. I wish that was just clickbait hyperbole, but they actually did. Lol. They kicked me from the Wuthering Waves content creator program based on mass reports. Who would report a spreadsheet and guide gremlin though? Like, come on. More info. And then she's got the video here, which is linking to this video, which was released 4 hours ago, currently sitting at 28,000 views there, getting a lot of attention. Let's just see what she has to say about what actually happened, shall we? Well, what actually happened according to her, that is. In this video here, this is what she says.
I wanted to make a short little update video.
Okay.
So recently, I've been burnt out for various reasons, most of which are related to issues with the WUA space. But to add insult to injury, Kuro recently removed me from the official content creator program.
Okay. Why?
The reason for this is that I have been mass reported by people suspecting me of leaking.
Suspecting her of leaking. Suspicions.
I have no clue for how this came to be.
I have no clue for how this came to be. No clue.
Whoa, what a coincidence. She also uses a rectifier. Just like my purely theoretical character, you know.
So what exactly is this theoretical character? Let's see what she says.
This is, a purely theoretical, Wamudaya, okay? Lambdas, like this character from Gravel Fantasy. She's like a jellyfish, okay?
Jellyfish.
We're going to theory craft, make up a kit for this purely theoretical jellyfish, okay?
Purely theoretical
and by
jellyfish.
that, I mean, I already made up the kit, okay? This is just pure, theoretical right here, okay?
So she already has the kit that's purely theoretical, and it's interesting how certain names just happen to be exactly the same as other certain names in another certain character's kit that hasn't been released yet. As you can see from this video here, this is from patch 2.2 Theorycraft Prep. This was streamed on the 21st of March 2025. Controller was not released until a week after that, on the 27th of March. Just Controller herself was not actually released until, or shown until, March 23rd. Same thing for her weapon over here, March 23rd. So this is a full 2 days before anyone had any information officially about this character whatsoever. Hazy Dream Jolt, for example, it's a damage one here. It's a passive with 100% proc and 6.5 seconds of duration. Interesting. And this character was not released yet. This is, of course, this is the Controller character right now. Happens to be a jellyfish. And then when we look at the skill here, Hazy Dream Jolt. Hazy Dream procs for 6.5 seconds. Interesting. That's really, really strange.
So here's how it's gonna work. She is going to use basic attacks, liberation, and intro to generate forte. When she has enough forte, you enter a special mode where your attacks consume forte to give you forte 2, okay? So you get forte 1, you go to a different mode, then you use forte 2, and then you do a big bang boom. Okay, that's the TLDR.
Who does that sound like for this purely theoretical character that has no information released about them so far? Literally nothing. Like I said, this video was released, well, this live stream was streamed 4 weeks ago, as at the time of recording this video here, 21st of March. And just say, yes, this is not a breakdown of the Controller's kit that has been released already. It hasn't. This is about a week before that. But in her own words, this is what she says.
We have a theoretical character with a theoretical kit, okay? And we're making a theoretical rotation to see the theoretical damage, you know?
So yeah, guys, this is purely theoretical, absolutely purely 100% theoretical. There's no leaks. This is purely theoretical. This came to me in a dream. It came to me in a dream, and I wanted to put that out there just to see what happened. Like, why not? Why just make a theoretical character for like no reason really? There's like a character come out in a week or so, and this kit may or may not be near identical to that kit in a week. But this is theoretical, guys. It's theoretical. It's theoretical. No leaks whatsoever. Purely theoretical. And even though she's saying it's purely theoretical, it's really interesting. Like, okay, what we've got here? Intro, cruise. This is the name that should come up with the name for the cruise here. So going to Cantarella, what's intro skill here? That's the name? Cruise. Okay, that's pure coincidence there. What about this? Basic illusion collapse. 3 cancel. What about here? Basic. What's the basic normal attack? Illusion collapse. Interesting. Okay. Skill, graceful step, cancel. Okay, let's go for the skill. Where's the skill? Dance with the shadows. Not exactly there, but kind of close. Graceful step, you know, hazy dream. Okay. No, it is right there. It's right there. It's not the main skill thing, but it's actually one part of it. Graceful step here. Let's go in here. Liberation, flowing suffocation. Let's go to liberation. Beneath the sea, flowing suffocation. It's really interesting how bang on she's getting these names here. But what else does she have to say about this purely theoretical kit, guys? Absolutely purely theoretical. So this part of the video, this is where she's creating a brand new, completely theoretical weapon for this brand new theoretical character.
Let's add a new rectifier. Okay, the base attack should be, I don't know, we could just keep it 40. Every other 5-star rectifier is 40. A crit or crit damage, guys. I'm feeling crit damage. See, we're kind of alternating, right? So crit damage, 16%. 16. And it has a passive.
Passive? What's passive?
And then what does this passive do? It should increase. So all of the signature weapons have been increased in attack passively. So I will increase attack passively here as well.
Okay, increase in attack.
And then what else should it do? How about when you cast echo skills, it increases your basic attack bonus or something.
Basic attack. So basic attack bonus increase.
So you press an echo, okay. It gives you a buff. For basic bonus.
Basic attack bonus, and what is the bonus? 4, 5, 6, 7?
Like about 40%. Okay, 40%. That's how much some of the other weapons are. Okay, 40% sounds good, and it should last. I don't know how long should this passive last? Like
how long should it last?
10 seconds, I think. You know,
10 seconds.
Just like it's literally the same as Brent passive. Okay.
I mean, why not any other passive time?
An echo after an intro. I'll just put it on echo. Oh, what if it has ignore resist on it? Now that would be crazy, right?
We've got attack bonus with crit damage with stacks that increase basic attack damage for 10 seconds. Keep in mind this live stream was on the 21st of March. And this is the weapon for Cantarella. This was not announced until March 23rd. So 2 days after that. It has crit damage 72, and when it comes to increasing like what buffs, increases attack by 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, so it goes like 1, 2, 3, 4. Casting Echo skill within 10 seconds increases basic attack damage. So we've got literally the exact same thing, exact same wording. She just happened to get it correct 2 days before the actual weapon drops. Basic attack numbers correct, main stat is correct, the passive is correct, the passive proc is correct, the passive time is correct, but this is purely theoretical, guys. Absolutely purely theoretical. She also mentions in this live stream here about the weapon also being able to ignore havoc resistance, and that also being able to stack 2 or more of that. That goes again into here with 1 stacks grants these this amount of 40%. Again, the number is eerily accurate. And then it also, with 2 stacks, ignores the target's havoc resistance. There are too many things in here to say that it's just purely theoretical. I don't know if Maygi's going to take down this video after I put this out, but I will. I already have this downloaded. It's currently downloading. I don't want to have anyone saying that I'm making shit up or whatever, but I will be leaving a link to this video in the description as well, that you can check out. The theoretical character creation starts at around 1 hour 4 minutes, and it continues on for like a good hour or so. And I don't want to keep you all here going through this entire thing, because I think it's pretty obvious what is happening right now. On top of that, there's also evidence here of screenshots from her own Discord, where she's saying here, this is honestly the best time for me to make a video, talking about my negative experience as a Wuthering Waves CC, and how scuffed their system is while everyone is raging at Kuro. So again, it does really sound like she is riding on this hate train against Kuro, because like it just sounds opportunistic, and I don't like that, to be honest. Anyway, Wuthering Waves is mid. Now I'll go back to spending my entire day making more content for it because my life is pathetic. Bye. Okay. What? I don't really care about that. And like I said, I've messaged her in DMs on Discord asking her to like basically explain like what was going on here. She's basically said, this is how I've always done everything. I'm like, yeah, that doesn't really excuse anything, does it? And then once I pressed her on that, she said, well, this is a problem between me and Kuro. I was like, yeah, it might have been. But once you published that video and then you made it public to everyone. You made it a problem between you, Kuro, and everyone else. If she'd kept this private, kept this secret, whatever, then that's completely her business. And no one would have any right to go into that. But because she's made that video and made it public, here we are. And she even admits it here. I'm not disagreeing that I did pre-release theory crafting, as in like talking about characters' kits before they were released or announced or anything like that. That was technically against the rules, though I think most creators do that anyway, and the outcome is unfortunate. No, I don't think most creators do that. There are leak creators out there, and guess what? They're not in the content creator server. You can continue to do these theory crafting videos or live streams if you want, but don't expect to be allowed in the content creator server if you want to do that. You can't have your cake and eat it too, you know? Your career isn't ended. You can still get the leaks anywhere you want and still make all the content that you've been doing thus far. You're just not in the content creator server. Pretty simple. And like I said, neither am I. So I have no skin in this game whatsoever. And apparently this was on a Genesis stream. The thing is, like, I don't even log on to the betas. Lol, I just use the sites that data mine all the numbers and put them on a freaking spreadsheet. So again, she's admitting that she's using data mined leaked numbers to create these purely theoretical characters in her live streams. So going back to saying Kuro Games ended my career, no, you ended your own career. Well, with Kuro Games that is. You can continue to make content if you want, just not in the content creator server. Pretty simple. Okay, well, I was in the middle of editing what I've just said and what you've just seen. I asked Maygi to say, are you going to make a follow-up video to explain what the actual truth of the situation is, to like clarify what I perceive to be the misinformation that you put out there, the disingenuousness, and to clarify things so everyone knows exactly what is true. She sent me a screenshot saying, well, I put it on Reddit. I'm like, all right, so let's see what she says here. This is her post here. Maygi in the r/Wuthering Waves. She probably should have made a video, because if she tells everyone on a Twitter post and in a video, she should probably explain to everyone in a Twitter post or in a video, preferably both. But we've got this here. So she says, explaining why I got suspended as a Wuthering Waves content creator. Hi everyone, when I'm posting here, it's typically a text guide, but this time it's something a bit different. Recently, I've been removed from the Wuthering Waves content creator program under the grounds of multiple complaints of suspected involvement with leaks. I've attempted to appeal this with Kuro, but they haven't addressed my appeal and only continue to repeat themselves before ghosting me. In the meantime, I made a very short video to announce the fact that I've decided to hold off on more information until the situation has sorted out with Kuro. But based on the amount of fire this started, I figured it'd be better if I explained some things myself. But you did leak pre-release calcs. It doesn't take a genius to know that to get a video out on day one, math needs to be done ahead of time. While I'm not sourcing the leaks by logging into betas and spreading them, I use values from sites such as Wuthering Wiki. I understand this is technically still working with a leak. Yes. But all my content, my video and text guides are not released until the patch is ready. No. I just showed earlier you were releasing this purely theoretical character a week ahead of the release of the character. But whatever, let's just continue on here. I'm stumbling over my words. Similar to other creators. Again, no, not similar to anyone. However, the one difference is that I stream my theory crafting process. Again, this is the main problem. I'm crossing a very grey line here. There's no grey line. It is a mistake. It is a mistake. It's not a grey line. It is completely out of bounds. You're not allowed to do that. I do it because the theory craft process takes me 20 to 30 hours. Do it off stream. And the rest of the production process requires me to be offline, heads down, working for another 20 plus hours. So I wanted to stream that to not be dead. No, you're not allowed to do that. It doesn't matter. You can't put that information out there ahead of everyone else. You can work on it if you want to. Probably shouldn't, but you can to get it out on day one. You shouldn't live stream it, because then you're putting it out there for the public. What about the Zanny thing? In February, I made a video with the caption, what if a future character consumes Spectral Frazzle? This wasn't a leak at all, actually. True. At least not in the way that people think. Zanny wasn't even playable until the most recent beta a week ago, but again, the video was back in February. The basis for the video was based on a miscommunication from the Kuro side, where in patch 2.1, the creator program gave out an information packet to creators regarding negative statuses, urging us to use it to make content. It was not stated to be confidential or not to be shared. The information itself was extremely basic, with generic descriptions for various negative statuses that can be found in-game. However, there was one specific hint that was written regarding maybe a potential future character might do this. Seeing that we were told to make content using this, I did exactly that. But I did raise an eyebrow and reach out to Kuro staff, to my Kuro staff contact. I managed to get in contact with the one who wrote the document, and they weren't even aware that got sent out, yet alone that the creator program had said to use it for content. Yet alone that yet alone that the creator program had said to use it for content. The staff explained that it wasn't meant to be directly quoted in the way that I did in my initial video, but it was okay for me to write it off as speculation. So I republished the video and they thanked me for pointing out the problem, as they eventually reached out to the content creator program and had them send out an update to clarify how would be allowed to, how things would be allowed to handle information. TLDR, I'm not perfect. I've done things that go against the rules of the program by streaming my theory crafting process, even if my guide video releases after the patch releases. Exactly, that is the problem. So while my removal from the program is justified based on that, it's a bit unfortunate things turned out like this because I think I help a lot of people out with the work I do, and that my usage of such information is never malicious, and I just want to get some work done on stream. The thing that's a bit funny is that I do the same process for theory crafting all the time, but half the time it's completely okay because every mid-patch character is in-game already. Anyways, I've been getting sent threats and I'm just tired. Regardless if you think that what I did was deserved or not, the end result is the same. That's one less person attempting to make helpful guides and content for the game. No, you're misconstruing the problem. You working with that information, you probably shouldn't do it in the first place because, again, you're working with leaked information. But if you are going to work with leaked information to create your guides, because I understand it can take a long time to make that guide content. That's why I don't do it. That's not for me. If you want to do that, perfectly up to you. But you shouldn't be doing that on stream, because when you're doing that on stream, you are making it public for everyone to access, for everyone to see, and that is breaching the NDA, the confidentiality that you have with Kuro Games. And that is the reason for them removing you from the content creator program for leaks, because you are literally making that confidential information out, leaking out to the public. So you are engaging in leaks. It is not a gray zone. Well, it's on a live stream, so it doesn't count, does it? Yes, it does. It absolutely does. So try and say, oh, it's kind of a gray zone. No, this is not an excuse in my opinion. That's why I think I even said earlier in the video, I can't remember, I said a lot of stuff, I had to cut a lot out. But like with the Zanny thing, no, that was Kuro's problem. That was Kuro's mistake and they fessed up, and that is not the reason why you got removed from the content creator program. In my opinion, it's because of the Cantorella thing. And there's probably other characters as well that I don't know about because, I'll be honest, I don't watch your content. Someone in my community asked me, could I reach out to Kuro to like kind of sort this problem out? I said, I'm not in any official capacity with Kuro Games, so I can't do that, but I'll look into the situation. I looked into it. It smelled a bit fishy. I looked at it even further. It was fishy. So no, you really should have made a video. First of all, you should take that video down. You should take this video here. Kuro Games ended my career. Take this video down, because this is stoking a lot of anti-Kuro hate that they do not deserve. They deserve a lot of flack for a lot of things, no doubt about that. But for this thing here, nah. It sounds opportunistic, and from the screenshots that I saw earlier, it is opportunistic, and you are riding on that to get, it's going up to 41,000 views now. Congratulations. That my usage of such information is never malicious. I do not doubt that the usage of that information wasn't, I'm sure that it wasn't malicious, but you making this video here absolutely is. And that is the problem. And that's why I've decided to go ahead with releasing this video. Jesus Christ. I don't like going into drama content, dude. This is not me. I don't want to do this, but I've seen other people like come into your defense because the way you portrayed it, you do seem like the victim in here. But looking into it, you aren't. You're claiming victimhood, but you are not. And also this part here, I've been getting sent threats. I don't know what threat she's been sent. If she's talking about me saying, because I reached out to her in DMs, like I mentioned earlier, saying, what you're saying right now is creating a great misconception. I want you to clear that up. I'm giving you the chance to clear that up because you're stoking the flames and getting people riled up for no reason. If she's referring to me here, saying, release a video, explain yourself, explain the facts of the matter, either you explain it or I will. If that counts as a threat, sure. The person that's done the bad thing first, just being told to fess up to that isn't really a threat in the sense of like it seems here, getting sent threats. Again, if this is referring to me specifically, it's not. If she's getting sent threats from other people, don't do that. But no, this is the way things are being twisted here from the original video and all the stuff that was being said. Like, Kuro ended my career. Nah, that doesn't fly. It just doesn't. Whatever. I'm going back to do something else with my time. So again, if you like this video, feel free to like, comment, subscribe, whatever, all that stuff, whatever. I gotta go. Peace.